Hello everyone, we're getting ready to close out our week on Friday, gotta get down on Friday. Yeah, you never thought you would hear that again. Let's talk about our reading lives and how we've been building them this week. So we're learning to build stamina at home so we can continue to grow our learning and our reading in our new temporary school. So we've been spending every day this week taking a lot of time to think back and reflect and kind of notice some things that are either helping or maybe hurting our reading and our reading stamina at home. So to reflect, we've been talking about engaging in real reading. What are some things that are getting in the way of that, and what are some things that are helping us become strong real readers at home? We've been logging our reading, and not only just logging it, but looking back on our logs to see what we notice. Are we reading the same genre a lot? Are we only getting a certain amount of pages in a day? Are we reading a lot of the same style of book, whether it be fiction or nonfiction? What are we noticing so that we can continue to push ourselves more as readers? We've talked about making sure we're picking the right books. So we're not picking anything that's too easy or too hard. We want to make sure we're picking a book that's just right, that's just challenging enough so that we are pushing ourselves to a new level continuously as we read and build our reading lives at home. So now that we've kind of got through all of that, it's kind of time to talk about, well, how are we going to continue reading at home? How am I going to stay motivated? And that's by setting goals. We have been working on setting goals all year long. And a lot of you guys have actually set goals in the past based on your reading log. And we've used that as a tool to track our reading. So let's review that goal setting process to make sure that we really have a solid understanding and we kind of remember what it is to set goals. So we spent a lot of time talking about setting those SMART goals. Is that goal going to be something that is specific? What do you actually want to do in detail, right? Is it measurable? Is there a way that we can actually track that? That's where your reading log comes in handy so much. Can you actually see that progress? We want to make sure that it's attainable. It's something that we can actually do in that time period that we do. Is it action-based, right? So can we actually follow some steps to get there? Is it realistic? Can we actually do that? And then is it time-based? And what time period are you going to want to get that goal met? So we know about those things that we go into setting goals. And when we think about setting goals at home, I also want you to think about all of those things too. And think about your reading log and patterns you're finding in your reading. What are you noticing about your log that you need to change? And how are you going to challenge yourself moving forward to become that stronger reader as we continue on with our distance learning? So let me kind of make a connection with you at that. So I'm thinking back to the gym, right? So when I first started working out, I wasn't really taking it that seriously, right? I was kind of going with my friends, talking, hanging out. I wasn't doing much, so I wasn't reaching my goals of getting fit and building muscle by just going to the gym and hanging out with my friends. But when I set a goal for myself and I said, okay, I need to start off by running 2 miles a day on the treadmill. And now my next goal is going to be 2.1 miles. There's a good decimal connection to math, right? And I'm slowly and gradually increasing my times. It's helping me become a stronger person in that area of being fit. What are you doing? What is your goal? If we think about this week, we spent a lot of time focusing on getting that 40 minutes in a day. So if we take that 40 minutes a day and multiply it by the 4 school days we had this week, how many minutes should you have been reading? By the end of the day today, you should have 160 minutes read. Are you on track for that goal? Or is there something that you need to change and reflect on? That's what your task is going to be today. If you didn't meet that goal, it's okay. We know in the past that we can keep working towards that goal, and even if we don't meet it, doesn't mean we give up. But I want you to reflect on everything we've done this week, looking back on your reading log, and that's going to be in your Google Classroom to kind of type to me what you're noticing about yourself as a reader this week. Based on that reflection, you can look back and set yourself a goal for your at-home reading. What are you going to do next week to help continue your path to success, to being a strong reader and building that strong reading life at home. So take a look at that. Reflect when you're done reading for your 40 minutes today. Don't forget to fill out your reading log and make sure that you submit all of that work so I can see that you've had it done. I'll see you next week and happy reading. Bye.